No matter how much we attempt to define or comprehend it, evil remains a vague and elusive concept. In Stoic philosophy, we are encouraged to understand human nature and approach everything with calmness. However, when it comes to evil, recognizing it is often easier than defining it. A malicious person doesn't always need to explicitly reveal their nature. Sooner or later, the cruelty and harm they conceal will inevitably surface. When you encounter evil, you will sense it from the very first moment. Any questions or justifications will become irrelevant because your heart will recognize them long before your mind has the chance to analyze them. What's truly unsettling is that evil can emerge from unexpected places. It doesn't just linger in unfamiliar environments or hide in the shadows. It's heartbreaking to realize that it can exist in places we consider safe. Schools, churches, places of worship, and even the homes of our closest friends. The nature of such individuals is often masked by a seemingly normal exterior, making them difficult to detect until it's too late. Understanding evil is no simple task. It cannot be neatly summed up in just a few words like immoral or cruel, as these terms hold different meanings for different people. But once evil realizes that you have seen through it, it will respond in telling ways. In this video, we will explore 7 signs that reveal how truly malicious individuals react when they know they've been exposed. Drawing from Stoic philosophy, we will break down these behaviors to help you recognize them and mentally prepare to face such individuals with calmness and resolve. Sign number 1. They reinvent their reputation. If you've ever looked at someone and thought they must be possessed by demons, chances are you were mistaken. The truth is, humans can be far more sinister than we often assume. They have mastered the art of concealing their true nature, sometimes so well that it takes years to uncover the malice they've been hiding. But don't blame yourself. Evil individuals are often experts in manipulation. They have no hesitation in using others for their own gain, taking what they desire while leaving those around them feeling lost and broken. Many such people exist among us, and you might simply perceive them as bad people. However, they are more than that. They are the embodiment of deceit and cruelty. Evil individuals don't rely on simple tricks to achieve their goals. They are also highly strategic in shaping how others perceive them. The moment they realize you've uncovered their true nature, they don't confront the truth or take responsibility. Instead, their first instinct is to change how you see them. They understand the immense power of reputation and social perception, so they work meticulously to rebuild their image in a more polished and convincing way. Imagine knowing someone within your community who carries a bad reputation, someone who has harmed many people. The moment they realize you've seen through them, they don't distance themselves. Instead, they approach you with an entirely new story. They will completely deny the past you're aware of, sometimes shifting blame onto circumstances or other people, weaving a complex and hard-to-decipher narrative. It's like a carefully staged performance where they play the role of a misunderstood soul in need of sympathy and forgiveness. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Evil people grasp that if they can reshape your thoughts about them, they can control not only how you treat them, but also how you perceive the truth itself. Their attempt to craft a new reputation is nothing more than an effort to evade responsibility while maintaining their harmful influence undetected. You can witness this behavior in both professional and personal settings. Perhaps you've worked with a colleague notorious for backstabbing and deception. The moment they realize you've uncovered their actions, they don't disappear. Instead, they suddenly start speaking about how they've changed, about the hardships they've faced, and how they are now a completely different person. But this transformation is nothing more than an illusion, a thinly veiled attempt to make you second-guess your initial instincts. Evil individuals don't just seek to protect their image, they want you to feel as if you've misjudged them. When they present a new version of themselves, it isn't a reflection of reality, but rather a calculated move to disorient you. Before you know it, your confidence in your own perceptions begins to waver, and you may find yourself buying into the very story they have fabricated. This doesn't just create confusion, it weakens your ability to resist and discern truth from deception. Stoic philosophy reminds us to remain clear-headed, focus on reality, and avoid letting fleeting emotions cloud our judgment. That's why, when faced with individuals who seem desperate to change their reputation overnight, remember, this is rarely a sign of genuine transformation. More often than not, it's a strategic attempt to mask their true nature and continue their manipulative games. Evil individuals don't stop at altering their reputation. They also emit strange, unsettling signals that trigger a deep discomfort within you. Sometimes just being in their presence can make you feel that something is off, a creeping sensation that you can't quite put into words. Pay attention to this instinct, as it may be the next key to uncovering the truth they are trying so desperately to hide. Sign number 2. They give off strange vibrations. Vibrations, these are the emotions, sensations, and energies that we pick up from the world around us. Everything is energy, including our own bodies. When we experience a particular emotion or energy, it often stems from our unconscious absorption of frequencies during interactions with different energy fields. This is my perspective, though some may find it abstract. However, scientific research increasingly supports the idea that energy and vibrations play a crucial role in shaping our perception and understanding of the world. These vibrations are especially noticeable in our relationships with others, particularly when we encounter individuals with malicious intent. The energy they emit often becomes more distinct and unsettling once they realize that their true nature has been exposed. This isn't just about outward behavior, it's also about an internal awareness. The vibrations and negative energy they project as they attempt to maintain control, invade privacy, and create an atmosphere of unease. When toxic individuals realize you've seen through their manipulative ways, their attitude shifts noticeably. They begin to act differently, almost unnaturally, as if their every move is calculated. One of the first things you'll notice is a strange, undeniable feeling, an odd vibration that you simply can't ignore. Their behavior no longer seems natural. Instead, it feels deliberate and strategic. Such individuals will often go out of their way to make your life more difficult, especially if they hold power over you in a workplace, social setting, or personal relationship. This unsettling energy is not just a vague sense of discomfort. It's a deliberate attempt to create an environment where you feel either threatened or under their control. They may start invading your personal space, asking unnecessary or intrusive questions, or closely monitoring your actions, all as a means of exerting dominance. This stems from their disregard for personal boundaries. When they sense their influence is being challenged, they will go to great lengths to reassert their control, no matter how desperate or irrational their tactics may seem. From the perspective of Stoic philosophy, this can be understood through the principle of mastering one's emotions and maintaining composure in difficult situations. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "People are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of them." When you sense unsettling vibrations from others, it's crucial not to allow these feelings to infiltrate your mind and disrupt your inner peace. Recognize their behavior for what it is: a defensive reaction born from fear, a fear of losing control or having their hidden nature brought to light. By maintaining a sense of calm and mindfulness, you can avoid being drawn into their manipulative games. Instead, use this awareness as a tool to see through their tactics and sidestep unnecessary conflict. Toxic individuals often have no boundaries when it comes to trying to control others, but you always have the power to determine how you respond. Instead of reacting emotionally or succumbing to their pressure, remember that patience and wisdom are your strongest defenses. Ask yourself, do these strange feelings and negative vibrations truly hold power over you, or are they simply a test of your mental resilience? Evil individuals may try every trick in the book to manipulate a situation, but ultimately, you are the one who decides how to perceive and respond to it. Everything that happens externally is merely material for strengthening your inner self. In any situation, keeping your mind steady and undisturbed is the key to overcoming even the most challenging encounters. Have you ever been in a situation where someone gave off unsettling vibrations and made your life more difficult? How did you handle those emotions? Feel free to share your experiences in the comments. Together, we can discuss and learn how to maintain a calm and steady mind when faced with such challenges. Sign number 3. They lie to cover up past lies. A lie is like an intricate web. Once woven, even the liar themselves can struggle to escape. Each falsehood adds another thread, gradually creating a tangled structure in which even the deceiver becomes ensnared. When wicked individuals realize their deception has been uncovered, they do not attempt to unravel this web. Instead, they continue spinning new layers of deceit, hoping to conceal all traces of the truth. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." When someone is determined to defend their lies, they lock themselves into a cycle of deception and ignorance, making it impossible to see the light of truth. In everyday life, we all encounter lies, and at times, even the most honest among us may bend the truth. Research suggests that on average, a person lies once or twice a day. Some of these lies are minor, like sparing someone's feelings by avoiding a hurtful truth. In fact, studies indicate that 59% of adults lie at least once, and sometimes up to 5 times per day. Interestingly, men tend to lie more frequently than women. However, not all lies are equal. There are small, relatively harmless lies, such as pretending to like a friend's new haircut, but then there are serious, destructive lies, like concealing an affair or hiding major secrets. What sets wicked individuals apart is the very nature of their deception. Unlike lies told to protect someone's feelings or maintain harmony, their lies serve only one purpose: self-preservation. They lie not out of consideration for others, but to shield themselves from accountability and cover up their wrongdoings. When their falsehoods are exposed, they don't admit their mistakes. Instead, they double down, fabricating more stories in an attempt to justify the original lie. They create an endless cycle, each new deception a futile effort to protect something they know can no longer remain hidden. This pattern is not just a reflection of dishonesty, but also a sign of fear and weakness in the face of truth. Rather than acknowledging their faults and making amends, they choose the dangerous path of continued deceit. This is not just a betrayal of the people who trusted them, but also a betrayal of themselves. Deep down, they understand that with every new lie, they stray further from the truth and sink deeper into their own web of deception. As trust erodes, the betrayal becomes even more difficult to forgive. Yet these individuals cannot stop. Trapped in their own fabrications, their only escape would be to face the truth, something they refuse to do. Even when confronted with undeniable evidence, they persist in lying, convinced that further deception can somehow salvage the situation. It is never easy to remain calm when someone you care about is hiding the truth from you, regardless of whether the lie is big or small. Once trust is broken, it is incredibly difficult to rebuild. For the wicked, however, breaking trust is not accidental. It is a strategy, a calculated method to protect their own interests at any cost. Such behavior is not just morally wrong, but also deeply irresponsible. These individuals lack respect for truth, seeing it not as something to honor, but as a tool to manipulate for their own benefit. As a result, they become fundamentally untrustworthy, and once trust is shattered, restoring it is nearly impossible. Next, let's examine another trait of the wicked, what they do when they realize you have uncovered their true nature. Sign number 4. They only come around when they need something. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. This quote from Marcus Aurelius serves as a reminder that actions always speak louder than words, especially when dealing with toxic individuals. When confronted with such people, the truth inevitably reveals itself. As you begin to see them for who they truly are, one of the most telling behaviors they display is their tendency to only appear when they have something to gain. Once they realize their facade has been exposed, they stop pretending to be sincere companions and instead show up only when they stand to benefit, disappearing the moment you need them most. Before their true nature becomes evident, they may seem like dependable friends, always present and seemingly caring. However, once you begin to see through their act, everything changes. They no longer make an effort unless there is something in it for them. The moment they no longer find value in the relationship, they vanish, showing no real concern for your well-being. This behavior closely resembles that of an opportunist, someone who never genuinely invests in a relationship but constantly calculates what they can extract from it. As soon as their benefits run dry, they fade away, indifferent to the impact of their absence. And yet, once you have recovered from hardship or moved past difficulties on your own, they suddenly return, armed with apologies, justifications, and the expectation that you will easily forgive them. They count on your kindness and forgiving nature to slip back into your life as if nothing ever happened. If you refuse to accept them back, they retreat, only to reappear when another opportunity arises. Such individuals rarely change. They don't truly care about you. They care only about what they can take from the relationship. A powerful example of this kind of behavior can be found in the life of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. As a teacher of self-discipline and resilience, he had many students who came to learn from him. One student in particular appeared deeply loyal and dedicated, frequently seeking out Epictetus for advice whenever he faced personal struggles. However, when Epictetus found himself in a difficult situation, one that required support and loyalty from those around him, that same student was nowhere to be found. Once the hardship had passed and Epictetus had overcome the challenge on his own, the student reappeared, offering excuses and pretending as if his absence had never happened. But Epictetus, in his wisdom, saw through the deception. He understood that this student had no genuine concern for him and was only interested in receiving guidance and help when it served his own needs. Instead of allowing such behavior to disturb his inner peace, Epictetus simply accepted the reality of human nature and moved forward. This story reminds us of an important lesson. Recognizing when our kindness is being exploited is essential for maintaining our inner peace. Stoic philosophy teaches us not to let these individuals affect our emotional well-being. They do not approach us with sincerity, but with selfish calculations. A wise person understands this and refuses to be manipulated. Rather than feeling betrayed or upset by their absence, View it as an opportunity to free yourself from toxic relationships. As Marcus Aurelius taught, focus on being a good person and staying true to your own values, regardless of how others behave. This will help you maintain a sense of peace and avoid getting entangled in the emotional games of insincere individuals. Once they realize you have uncovered their true nature, they will start showing up less frequently in your life. But there is no need to feel regret or resentment, because their absence is, in fact, a blessing. It allows you to direct your time and energy toward relationships that are genuine and supportive. No one can take advantage of your kindness indefinitely if you protect yourself with wisdom and clarity. Instead of continually forgiving and welcoming such individuals back into your life, shift your focus toward building relationships that offer true connection, support, and mutual growth. Have you ever encountered someone who only comes around when they need something? Share your experience in the comments and let us know how you handled it. Sign number 5. They try to make you feel stupid. A primary tactic used by narcissists and manipulative individuals is to make others feel inferior and foolish. Imagine opening up to someone you trust, only to be met with dismissive responses like, "Oh, you should have seen that coming," or "Why did you do that?" These seemingly harmless remarks leave you feeling heavy and ashamed. Instead of receiving empathy, you find yourself blaming yourself for not recognizing something obvious. In that moment, they have succeeded in their goal, making you feel small, isolated, and powerless. This is how malicious individuals operate. They subtly belittle you, causing you to doubt your own judgment, making it easier for them to manipulate and control you. From a Stoic perspective, all actions should be guided by reason and virtue. Those who intentionally hurt others through mockery or mental abuse not only lack virtue, but also go against the Stoic principle of living in harmony with nature. They create situations where you constantly second-guess yourself, questioning your understanding of life, relationships, and even your own identity. These words and actions are not accidental. They are part of a calculated strategy. The most dangerous aspect is when you begin to internalize their remarks, allowing self-doubt to take hold. This is exactly the trap they want you to fall into. When you feel weak, you become more likely to seek validation from the very person who hurt you. For them, it's not about valuing the relationship, it's about keeping you within their sphere of influence, where they can continue their manipulation. How would a Stoic handle this? Stoic philosophy emphasizes that we cannot control others' actions, only our own reactions. When faced with insulting words or attempts to make you feel foolish, a Stoic would not allow themselves to be emotionally drawn in. Instead, they would remind themselves that their true value does not come from others' opinions, but from their own inner understanding and self-respect. A Stoic might ask, "Why should I allow myself to be diminished by the meaningless words of someone who lacks virtue?" Instead of reacting with anger or hurt, they would step back and assess the situation with a rational and detached perspective, like an impartial observer. This calm and unshakable demeanor becomes the most powerful weapon against toxic individuals. They may try to make you feel foolish, but they can only succeed if you accept and believe it. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, and what we can always control is our response to others' behavior. Malicious individuals want you to react emotionally, to lose your composure, but a strong Stoic mindset will not allow that to happen. Reclaiming your confidence beyond manipulation, their goal is to make you feel inadequate so that you become dependent on them. They want you to seek their approval, reinforcing their control. But the truth is, this dependence only robs you of your autonomy and true happiness. In the end, one of the most subtle but damaging tactics used by toxic individuals, especially once they know you've uncovered their true nature, is making you feel stupid. But Stoic philosophy teaches that your worth is not determined by others' words or judgments. It is defined by how you face the world. Remember, you cannot control what others do, but you can always control how you respond. That is the key to maintaining your inner strength, even in the face of those who seek to bring you down. Conclusion. When toxic individuals realize that you have uncovered their true nature, their behavior shifts in predictable ways. By recognizing these signs, you can better understand their hidden intentions and protect yourself from their negative influence. Stoic philosophy reminds us that maintaining calmness and self-control in all circumstances is the key to overcoming any challenge. No one can truly harm you if you know how to guard your mind and emotions. Toxic people will always seek to manipulate and control others, but true strength lies in not allowing them to disturb your inner peace. Instead of being drawn into their games, focus on cultivating resilience, wisdom, and emotional independence. Your thoughts matter. How do you feel about the insights shared in this video? 1. Strongly disagree. 2. Disagree 3. Neutral 4. Agree 5. Strongly agree. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss our latest content. Also, be sure to check out our newest videos at the end of this screen.